it's Leonard. How's it going? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Hey, I heard a story this week. It was awesome, but also not awesome. Here's how it started. At the beginning, Adam and Eve made a huge mistake. They sinned against God by listening to the enemy, the devil. And Adam and Eve disobeyed God's command not to eat from the tree of knowledge and good and evil. Because of that, we all have sin. Oh man, that's not good at all. We need to listen to God. You know, we have some temptations in our lives sometimes, and sometimes it's hard to not eat someone else's food. I actually heard a story by Mr. David once. It got a little something like this. Once upon a time, Mr. David and Pastor Dylan were just sitting there eating some food. Mr. David had some applesauce because he was on a diet and he couldn't eat anything else. Pastor Dylan had a big jar of cookies and was eating them like crazy because he likes cookies. I like cookies too. They're awesome. Well, Pastor Dylan had to go to the bathroom. So he said, "Hey, Mr. David, can you watch my cookies?" And Mr. David said, "Sure, I can watch your cookies." So Mr. David was watching Pastor Dylan's cookies as he went to the bathroom. But you know, he felt tempted to eat those cookies, even though he was on a diet. He looked at the cookies. He smelled the cookies. He licked the cookie. He even put the cookie in his mouth and then put it back in the jar. Then he started eating one cookie, and then another cookie, and then another cookie, and then by the time he realized, all the cookies were eaten. When Pastor Dylan got back in, he was surprised to see Mr. David eating all his cookies. Mr. David felt really sad and apologized to Pastor Dylan for eating his cookies. And Pastor Dylan forgave him, and they are best friends. The end. Man, I would have probably eaten those cookies too. I love cookies. Even though Mr. David made a big mistake, Pastor Dylan still forgave him. And that's how God is too. Even though Adam and Eve made a huge mistake and sin came into the world, God forgives us. And God sent Jesus to die for us on the cross. That's how he forgives us. If we believe in Jesus, we get to go to heaven, and our sins are forgiven. Our Bible verse says, if we confess our sins to him, he is faithful and just to forgive us. 1 John 1:9. Oh yeah! Wow, that's awesome. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Catch you later. Bye. Bye.